Hey everybody, welcome back to Buddy's Spirits and Cigars. Today we are going to go over some samples of what has been said that this is a possible antique 107 killer. That's a pretty high claim to fame.
Whoa.
And this is more available. Man, I'm not sure on the price. Do you remember the price?
I don't. I remember him talking about it. I really got stuck on the 107 killer statement.
Yeah, and that made Steve very excited that we potentially have a Weller Antique 107 killer.
Yeah, because you're very much a Buffalo Trace, a Weller guy. Weller Foolproof is just absolutely killer.
Dude.
And 107's great. And I wouldn't mind seeing it get knocked down a peg, if I'm being honest with you.
Well, if something is more available and I don't know price, I would say probably similar in price, then I can accept that.
Okay.
But it ain't going to be easy to do it.
Yeah, and I am going to clear my bias of wanting to see it get knocked down, and I'm going to be fair because 107 is fantastic.
Oh, it's a great bore.
It's fantastic.
It's the availability kills it.
Yes.
And we've had a freaking amazing 107 on here. We had that store pick from 2019 from Liquor Barn, and it was just, bro,
Wow.
it's insane. But anyway, we have a couple of samples here. This is Bardstown Origin. This is the weeded, and it's 106 OF. I don't know if that's the OF or what. I guess the PR and the O just wasn't room for it. I don't know.
Yeah, or Bardstown has an OnlyFans. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. But anyway, so Bardstown Origin wheat 106 proof is what this is. And I haven't had it, so I'm going to go into this with an open mind. But I told you what the claims were up to this point, so we're going to see if it's going to live up to that or not.
I want to apologize first and foremost. I'm going to drink all of this. I hope that's okay with you.
It's fine with me.
Yeah, that's my fault, Kevin. I owe you a Bardstown Origin wheat. All right.
The nose is good.
Oh, the nose is really good.
It smells very sweet, like a wheat.
Sure. It's not blowing my hair back or lack thereof. Okay, yeah. Threw that one up for you. But it's very good.
Talking about the beard.
It's very
It's got to be about the beard.
It's about the beard. That's what I meant. Yeah, it's not knocking my beard off, but it is very good, right?
Bruce likes to say it blows his skirt up where it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess
That's a good one.
he's one of those.
Bruce is the king of one-liners.
Yeah. I mean, and he wears skirts, apparently.
Supposedly.
At least he's in clothing. That's important. Love you, Fletch.
Let's go in on this bad boy.
Oh, terp. It's got some graininess to it. You do get the sweetness from the wheat, but right off the bat with that pour, to me, it's got some of the graininess to it. It's good.
Wonder how old this is. Now, Bardstown, are they doing their own thing? Are they doing their own distilling? Is this blended? What's Bardstown's deal? I hate to admit that I don't know.
I don't either.
Okay.
This is, unless I'm forgetting at some point or didn't know what I was having at some point, I think this is my first experience with Bardstown.
Okay. And no disrespect to Bardstown. I know they're huge.
No,
I
none
see them
at
all
all.
over the place. We just can't get them in this area. This is a new thing.
Yeah.
Boy, it's very good.
It is solid. To me, I think with Weller 107, it's got more of a sweet, kind of sweet off into the fruity note that Buffalo Trace offers on a lot of their stuff. This one is more into sweet, grainy flavors for me.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
And I think I like the fruit side more than the grain side, if that makes sense. And I don't mean like it's fruity like wine.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you've drunk consider a decent amount of any of the Buffalo Trace products, which there's a plethora of them, you kind of understand what I'm talking about.
I'm not going to say that this kills or knocks anything off. What I will say is that I think it deserves a position right next to it. I think it's its own thing. It's a delicious pour, and it depends on what you like. You just described those Buffalo Trace back end notes that you like so much. I like the front of this is very sweet, very smooth. It really coats the palate. It's lingering like crazy. But I get what you're saying on the back of the tongue there. It's kind of grainy towards the back end. I get a nice little Kentucky hug there. I know it's not Kentucky bourbon, but I guess. But it's, or is it? I don't know.
Bardstown's in Kentucky.
Maybe it's Kentucky bourbon. But it's giving me that nice warm hug. I like it. I'd put it right next to it. I don't see why one's got to be better than the other.
I mean, here's the best way to find out.
And yeah.
Side by side, right?
You got to put them side by side. Yeah.
I will gladly pause this video for a second and go get some 107 and we can just decide right here. Hold that thought. All right. So I got a brand new bottle of Antique 107.
There it is.
I know everybody's surprised that I have a bottle. This is the best way to find out, in my opinion, is just let's do a side by side and be done with it.
I'm starting to think you had this planned.
Oh, that's a good pop.
It's a good cork pop.
All right. Close in color.
Super close. I almost think the Bardstown is coming in a little darker.
Smell of the 107
first.
Oh, I mean, just smell it and see if you get that grainy smell like you do off the Bardstown. I think you'll see that the Bardstown is a lot more prominent on that graininess, like I was talking about, versus the 107 is more on the fruity side.
107. Bardstown 106. Yeah, definitely not a fruitier nose than the 107, 100%. It's tough to beat Buffalo Trace product in sweetness.
It is. I mean, I'm not saying that other places don't have their work cut out for them.
Sure.
But from one of the supporting arguments of this Bardstown is that it's available.
Something to consider.
This 107 obviously not being available.
Definitely not available. Well, depending on how deep your pockets are, it can be available, but yeah, no.
I don't do the secondary market thing.
No way.
But
no way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've had the Bardstown. Should we go back and visit it or just go straight to the 107?
Whichever. We haven't had 107 yet today.
I'm going to dive into the 107 right now. Oh, Kevin.
It might have been a while since Kevy's had 107.
Oh, buddy.
There's a reason that this hits home for me. It's just that good. I'm not like an ambassador for them. I don't get any kickbacks. We don't get any special privileges whatsoever. But that's just such a solid pour. If you can get it for MSRP, man, it's super hard to beat.
And super hard to find.
Back there a while ago, whenever I was looking and got this, the other one that I have says $58.99 on it.
That's ridiculous. What's it going for secondary? People are asking
$100. I mean, that's about
$100 secondary.
That's about as cheap as you're going to see it.
Oh yeah, sure. I was gonna say I've seen it much higher.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They go higher, but the cheapest I've seen it is at least lately within the last month or so has been $100.
Something about the Weller. There's a reason it's so sought after. I don't know. It's just perfect. I don't know how to describe it other than this. This is the
Bardstown. Smell this Bardstown after having drunk the Weller 107. It smells like sweet oatmeal.
I can see that now that you put that in my head. Absolutely.
Not like just overwhelming, punch you in the face with a box of Quaker Oats kind of deal, but it smells like sweet oatmeal. It's got the graininess to it where, like I said, the Weller's just got the fruity side to it. This has the grainy side to it.
And what's funny is, tell me if I'm crazy, but the 107 being 1 point higher in proof, right, is much easier on the nose. Am I crazy?
No, I mean, it's more pleasant, in my opinion.
Maybe less of the, I guess what I'm trying to say is less of the alcohol.
Oh, the ethanol?
The ethanol? Or no? I feel like I get more ethanol smell off of the Bardstown than I do the 107.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Maybe a little.
Uh, 107 still wins. Sorry.
But Bardstown is so good.
It's solid.
It's so
It's solid, and I don't know the price point on it.
I can't.
If I did, I would certainly say it, but I bet it's comparable to the MSRP of that.
I know Bardstown's very popular, and when I see like the Origin series and all the other ones in like some other YouTube videos I watch and hunt videos, they seem pretty proud of them. Bardstown, solid pour.
Yeah.
Delicious, very, very good. I love it. And it's very close. I'll tell you what I took from this is I understand where somebody brought the whole Weller competitor in. It's definitely got some familiarity to the Weller 107. Something
the wheat
about
part.
that. Yeah, something about that 107, though. It just does something to me that this can't. And again, I'll stack them side by side and we'll drink them both. I just can't call this the Weller 107 killer.
Because it's not. Kevy. You said what you said, though, and you stand behind it. That's fine. I get it. Everybody has their own opinion. Just because we have our opinion doesn't mean that we're right and you're wrong. This is just our opinion.
Now, let's stick up for Kev for a second. Did he say it is the Weller 107 killer, or did he say he heard it is? It's being called the Weller 107 killer.
I want to say he said it was, and it's available. I think that was a supporting argument for him, is that it's available where you can't get a 107.
It's a good argument.
Yeah.
I got you.
But I'll tell you what, he'll probably comment down in the comments and and let us know exactly what he said.
Sure.
So if we misquoted him,
as he should,
read the comments because he'll call us out on it. But I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Well, and if anybody else watching us had both, get after it.
Yeah,
jump
let us know your thoughts for sure. But is the Bardstown Origins good? Yeah. I got to put this 107 over here to the side because I'll drink it and forget all about this.
You know what? That's my fault.
And this episode is about this. So,
in fact,
can you GTS the Bardstown Origin? We did 106 real quick.
Yeah.
And get an MSRP on it.
Sure.
Color is great. It's a nice amber color. It is very pleasant on the nose. You do get that sweetness, and like I said, I get like a sweet oatmeal. It's got that grain smell to it, which is not bad. I'm not saying that's a turnoff at all, but the grain smell versus the fruit. The fruit one is more pleasant to me.
So is this the Bardstown
Origin wheated.
Origin high wheat?
Don't know that. Is the high weight 106 proof?
Well, that's what I'm having trouble finding. I'm seeing. So Bardstown Origin high wheat. I'll tell you, I'm seeing all over the place. It's showing to be a 6-year bourbon, and it's $49.99 all the way down the list here.
That's probably it.
And I'm trying to find anywhere to see the proof.
That's probably it. So $50.
Yeah, I'm getting $50 all the way down.
So $50 for something that's available versus
really
50 or $60 for something that's not. That's got to be a decision you make. Off of nose and flavor, 107 wins. Off of availability, from what I'm hearing from Kevin, and price, obviously the Bardstown's going to win. So it's a 50-50 split in those aspects. To pick these out of a blind, I could do it.
Yeah, you would. You would do that.
It'd be easy to do.
Yep.
107 is much more pleasant to me. But I can't kick the Bardstown down because it's a solid pour. Especially $50, that's solid. I'll go buy a bottle. I like it. It's good.
I'll definitely be looking for one myself. I like it a lot. There's a reason none of us have just one bottle in our selection or collection, whatever you want to call it. It's because they're all good and for different reasons. I put them side by side. I'm not going to call it the killer, but I'll put them side by side, and I would enjoy to have a pour from each of them.
Well, and the thing is, between bourbons and rye and, whatever whiskey you want to talk about, between those and like cigars and all that kind of stuff, your mood has a lot to do with what is going to speak to your palate that day.
Yeah.
You might have your go-to pour that you do, 90% of the time. You might have a bad day or a day that you're just like, I'm just done with the day. I'm out, checking out kind of deal.
Yep.
Come home, do your normal everyday pour, and it doesn't do it for you that day. That's another reason we have so many bottles is because, sometimes there's something else that's going to be speaking to our palate that day. So, all right. Now that you know about the rating stuff, kick us off.
I will. So on color, I think it's a beautiful dark caramel color. Obviously, we just got done tasting a 16-year not too long ago. But it's a beautiful dark caramel color. The taste is great, super sweet on the front, little grainy. I love the way you describe the grainy on the back end, but I like it. $50 for this bottle blows my mind. I got to give it a 4, Terp. I got to give it a 4. Maybe it's a little too high for some people. I think it's delicious. I am going to look for a bottle of this tomorrow.
No, I agree with you 100%. That's where I was going. 4 is a very solid score for this. It's nice and sweet. It does have the graininess to it. And some people really enjoy that. And I'm not a person that dislikes it, but it's kind of one of those, would you rather? You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so it's solid. Availability, if it's available, like Kevin says, should be sitting around, and $50, solid win in those two categories. So 4 all day long.
I'm with it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on this episode. And definitely, I'd say if you're a wheated guy or a high wheat guy and you like the graininess, it's a solid pour. $50. That's cheaper than a lot of bottles.
It's a really, really good price. That's what blew my mind.
Yeah. So
I hope I'm right on that, by the way. If I'm not, I'm sure they'll let us know. And again,
like I said, Kevy will be down in the comments.
Sure.
And he can set anything that we said that is incorrect. He can set it straight. But
please do.
Pretty sure that's the way I remember it. If nothing else, I'm the one telling the story, so it goes the way I want it to go. So Anyway, thanks for joining us on this episode. Be sure you smash that like button, and we'll catch you on the next one.